Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel at Virtual Warrior Inc. I am Xander, your host, and today I'm doing another video on Geforce Now versus Boosteroid. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to launch both of them. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're just going to see how the interface takes us through into the game. So here now we are loading Cyberpunk 2077 on Geforce Now. So just wait a minute. This is what you would see if you get Geforce Now and you're playing a game. It's going to load the game in. It's going to load the game in. And we're going to see what happens here. All right, so it's going to launch Steam. We are going to close some of these windows. And there we go. So you can see, here it is. We're going to hit play. All right, so we're launching it. So you can kind of see how it goes through. All right. Nice. I'm running this on the 2013 Mac Pro. I'm gonna hit continue. We're just gonna see how long it takes to kind of load things in. I'm gonna give a side-by-side comparison, kind of back-to-back, I should say, not side-by-side. But actually, all right. So I saved that girl's life, and she's like, thank you. All right. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to go over here. Just gonna sell this stuff real quick. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need this. That. Get rid of that. Nice. Okay, so we cleaned up this little area. I'm actually gonna relocate. So you can see the performance is really good. Then I'm just gonna hit save here. And we're gonna exit out of the game. So that was Geforce Now. That was Cyberpunk 2077 on Geforce Now. You got to see how that works. Now let's do it in Boosteroid. So you're going to get to kind of see... You're going to get to see a little bit kind of how it works. So I'm launching it. You're going to see, here we go. Okay, and then it's slightly different, the screen. It's going to connect to the server. It'll give you an internet connectivity of how you can connect to the servers. So that is cool. It doesn't do that until after you exit the game. I do have to go through this whole sign in process. Okay, there's going to be quite a bit here. All right. So how this works is every single time you play something in a in this Geforce, excuse me, Boosteroid, it actually makes you install everything. As you can see, it is taking a lot longer to launch. Okay, so we're slowly getting there. I feel that Geforce Now has a faster load-in. I guess we'll get to see kind of after this video is done being made. All right. Boosteroid, here we come. There we go. So now we're in. Okay, so some stutter there. All right, so let's get into it. Taking long enough to load in. And we're just going to continue where I saved on Geforce Now. So it's all saved in the cloud, all your save files, which is great.
Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
I hope you made it to the studio without any issues. No carjackings or drive-bys along the way?
No.
All right.
Fortunately,
Okay, well, here we are. Okay, so you can see, to me, as far as performance goes, you can barely tell the difference between Boosteroid and Geforce Now once you're in the game. So really, once you're in the game, you know, it's basically going to be comparable. But as far as like the actual performance goes, I do feel that Geforce Now has a slight better edge. Let's take the bike out for a ride here real quick. So if you're thinking about getting Geforce Now or Boosteroid, look at the advantages and the disadvantages that you have. So I believe that... Let's just walk over here real quick. Let's just test this out. So as you can see, it's just like playing on any high-end computer. I'm going to fall, take some damage here. Oop, not too much. All the reflection. It's fine, right? So we're going to save this here. So truthfully, Boosteroid has a larger library of games. You can play more games on Boosteroid. So if we close this out, I do want to show you how long it takes to close. So getting into the client and getting out of the client is actually something that Boosteroid struggles with. I don't know why, if it's their servers, but it always seems to go into games slowly and get out of games slowly. And generally what you do is, the first time I downloaded this Boosteroid thing, I thought, uh-oh, you know, we're in trouble. But really, I'm on my Mac, so I can actually switch windows, and we can go back to here, and we can check, okay, so here's that. This is still getting me out of the game. So this takes quite a bit of time, and it's not frozen. If you just wait patiently, it'll eventually log you out, and it'll say, thank you, see you again soon, or something like that. We'll find out here. But I did want to do a full, complete video. If you haven't, check out the video I did before on Geforce Now versus Boosteroid. So there you have it, everyone. A little bit of the cloud computing in action. And so in essence, I will say Boosteroid gives you a much larger library. You can easily find some of your favorite games there, including Dark Souls 2 and 3, as well as Dead Space, as well as Hogwarts Legacy, as well as Jedi Survivor. There's old school games like the Old Republic, Quake, things like that. So these are the games that I have for Boosteroid. And basically the reason I have Boosteroid is exclusively almost for a few games, including Jedi Survivor, including Elden Ring, the Dark Souls series, and the good old SWTOR. So Boosteroid is great. It has a more complete, a larger library than Geforce Now. But as far as like performance goes, Geforce Now takes the cake. You load in faster, you load out faster. I do like the interface better. It's a little bit cleaner. The other thing is Geforce Now does offer a free version. And if we're going to just, launch them side by side, I'll kind of show you how they will do that. So Geforce Now, again, like once you launch it, it's basically instant. As far as that goes. And, Boosteroid is pretty comparable. It's going to launch pretty fast. So you can do things like a connection test within the Boosteroid. But again, keep in mind, it's not your network necessarily. It's the network connecting to them. And then if I go here, we can do this, and I can go into a session. I don't have a session. So I don't like that. You'll have to go into a game, and then as soon as you leave the game, then you can click that and get a session report to check on those stats. But as you can see, even though the connection was, oh dear, really bad, getting into the game wasn't really that much of an issue, and there was no latency or lag or anything like that. So again, Geforce Now offers a free version. It takes a little bit longer to get into your favorite games, but I would recommend trying the free version out. And if you're going to get a paid version, just be sure that whichever direction you go, if you're not going with both of them or you can't afford it, go with one that has your favorite games. Until next time, please like, subscribe, and share my videos. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.